gonna talk about the most powerful Predator build in the game right now after the patch 1.6, 1.61, and I think 1.7. Nothing will be changed regarding this build. Let's jump to it. First of all, as you can see, the firearm is 9129 and the DPS for my MP7 is 348,000 and stuff. So what make this build very unique is actually you can use any type of weaponry you want to use. For example, you can run SMGs, you can run LMGs, you can run sniper rifle, you can run also let's see, shotguns. It depends on the talents of the weapon, so a good combination of talents on your weapon and you're good to go with this build. Let's jump to the chest piece first of all. On the chest piece, of course, it's firearm, rolls firearms. We have also major attribute. We have enemy armor damage, health, and ammo capacity. It's important to have health as much as you can, or your gear pieces you will not be squishy, and at the same time you deal a huge amount of damage. We go for the mask. I'm using ferro oxygen mask because this build I try to have burn resistance as much as I can on this build, so you will not have a problem with the seeker mines and the extra damage that dealt with the fire thing. At the same time, you're still able to shoot while you are burning. So right now we have Ferro Mask with, of course, DPS on it, and enemy armor damage, of course, and burn resistance. You can go for Predator Mask if you are going to do some PvE stuff. It's good to have damage to elite on it, and you're ready to go. We go for the knee pads. Knee pads, of course, health on it, DPS, and at the same time we have shock resistance, burn resistance, and blinded death resistance. You can roll out the blinded death resistance with disturb resistant, and it will be the god roll for this knee pad. We go for the holster. The holster, of course, I'm running the DPS, and the major attribute on it is reload speed. Regarding the DPS, the buff that reload speeds give to the DPS stuff. So this is an important thing to have on your holsters. We have the gloves, of course. We have critical hit damage, pistol damage, and critical hit chance. You can roll out the pistol damage with something that's sufficient. For example, if you want to SMG damage, you can roll it out here. LMG, sniper rifle, whatever. It depends on your choice, actually. I'm choosing this one because critical hit damage and critical hit chance is rolled out with all type of weaponry, so I'm not restricted with a specific kind of weaponry actually. So I will have fun with any type of weaponry I have. The major thing to be considered is to have the suitable talents on your weapon, so you're good to go with any kind of weaponry you want. For the backpack, I'm using, of course, specialized backpack with um, DPS on it, skill power to buff my skill power a little bit up, so I can heal myself and do the pulse. So the critical hit damage and critical hit chance will be always on the top, and I have burn resistant on it. We go to the talents before talking about the weapons. I'm using right now the overdose. You can go for booster shot if you want, But overdose is I like it because the healing is um, important right now after patch 1.6. Everybody running with low health, so you need to keep your medkits to keep your medkits, because taking medkits right now is taking too much time. So this one, I think it's sufficient. For the poles, I'm using Scrambler because I was running the Dark Zone solo, so you can go for Raccoon Back, or of course the Tactical Scanner, the best one for this type of build. Go to the talents. Right now they fixed this talent. It's fixed right now, so right now if you upload a bleed status to one person, and at the same time in the same area in the 10 meters around this person, some people also will start bleeding most of the time. I think this one is the main thing to roll or to put on your predator builds from now on go on. The medkit, this critical save is also sufficient for this build, and of course, strike back the health. If you have low health, the skill cooldown will be reduced by 20%. And of course, this one, if you are running with people, this is a good thing to help people on your team. But if you are running solo, as me, as most of the time I play solo, so you can go for this one, tactical advance. This one actually is very important if you want to one-shot kill people, like in sniper rifles and stuff, and shotguns. If you are running a good and decent Super 90, this one is the crown jewel, so to speak. Let's go for the statics. As you can see, the firearms right now is 9,000, the stamina is 3,000 stuff, and the electronic is 2,788. We go to the weapon damage. Of course, we are talking right now on with my MP7 is 19,000, almost 20,000. Critical hit chance is 30%. Critical hit damage is 111%, and headshot damage is nothing sufficient here. The range is important for this weapon, of course. Reload speed. We go for the combat. Enemy armor damage is 12%, and threat is reduced by 41%. We have the skill power, of course, is 122,000, and significant skill gain is 3%. The toughness, we have a decent health with 190k. Most of the build, if you check YouTube videos, they sacrificed the health for firearms and skill power. But I think to have a decent amount of health is important right now, because you will not be squishy and you have the opportunity to survive the snipers and the ones who run, of course, the Deadeye builds and stuff. We go for the other things, nothing important here. I think the survivability, I want you to check the burn resistance right now. The burn resistance is 65. So actually the burn right now and from the seeker mines and the turrets is not a big deal for this build if you're running this build. Let's check out the weapons. I'm running, of course, right now MB7, as you can see, 20,000 K. Responsive is must have on this type of weaponry, because the uh, the low range of this weapon, so most of the time you are fighting people with a range of 15 to 10 meters. This one must have on this weapon. Of course, deadly. It's a god roll actually for this weapon, right here. A deadly critical hit damage by 15% and Unforgiven. I'm running with this build actually MG5. The MG5 here we have uh, prepared because I'm using it to deal damage far from 30 meters. Of course, you can go for classic M44 if you want to one-shot kill people. As you can see, we have deadly on it, brutal, and critical hit chance 5%, and the basic damage is very decent. We have also custom on M44. The headshot damage is high, and we have deadly on it, toxic, and damage increased by 50% far from 30 meter. I like to use with this weapon, I like to use actually with this build, this one, a shotgun with a stagger 350%, base damage 172k with responsive, accurate, and swift, of course, for the reload speed. If you're running this tactical advance, this maybe will be the meta for this build to one-shot kill people, and at the same time apply bleed effect on it with one shot, because you know the slugs use it in this weaponry. And of course, for sometimes I run with this one MP7 SD. Basic damage is 22k, brutal, and critical damage deadly 15%, and responsive, of course. You can roll out this brutal something. I think this is a god roll for this one, and the critical hit damage on it is 22% already. And as you can see, the DPS is up for 422k with this weapon. That's it for the build right now, and I think this build will be the meta for this patch, and the patch comes after it, 1.7. If you want to have fun with it, if you want to run, for example, sniper rifle, no need for this dead-eye thing, because you're already dealing a huge amount of damage without critting. So imagine what will happen if you headshot someone and at the same time you crit this headshot. Right now, that's it for this build. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, press the thumb up, and of course subscribe to this channel for more cool stuff. And as usual, play safe, stay classy, peace, and out.
Bravo's under hostile control. They've got Bravo. taken.
Turret activated at Alpha. Fortification destroyed at Alpha. Turret has been activated at Alpha. Fortification at Alpha under attack.
Bravo's neutral.
Now available. Points for kills.
Charlie's under enemy control.
Fortification destroyed at Alpha. Turret is active at Alpha.
We've taken control of Bravo. Alpha's now neutral. Buddy spawn is engaged.
Pulse has been enabled at Alpha.
Rogue just got pulsed. Points multiplier is now active for rogue agents. We now control Alpha. Your spawn relay has been enabled.
Turret activated at Alpha. Turret at Alpha is active.